They say flying is one of the safest ways to travel. But before you get on the next plane, just remember what happened to Karen Andrews when she got on flight 8392. She'd read that planes were the easiest place to catch germs, so dreaded flying and couldn't sleep much the night before. But now she was on the plane and in her seat, and it didn't seem all that bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and relax. We should have a smooth flight.
The plane took off. It was very peaceful. She closed her eyes and relaxed when... Oh my God. Someone coughed. Someone coughed at the back of the plane. She stood up, trying to see who it was. Trying to see who was spreading the germs. Trying to see who brought germs onto the plane. And trying to see who wanted her sick.
This is your captain speaking. We'll be cruising at an altitude of 30,000 feet. Cabin service will commence shortly.
That cough wasn't from the same person. It had a different texture about it. And then a baby started crying, and then coughed. The man next to Karen noticed her frustration. Are you okay? That should be illegal. Who lets sick babies onto a plane? You don't fly much, do you? Another cough, this time from someone closer. Call button. She hit it again, and again, and again. The light above her seat went on and off, repeatedly calling for the flight attendant. She hurried up the aisle, concerned. Is everything okay?
Everything is definitely not okay. Why are these people allowed in here?
What people? Coughing people. At that, the flight attendant gave her a look and simply walked away. Karen had to do something to shut out the coughers. Music. She took out a wipe to clean the plug in the connection first. But after about 10 seconds, she noticed the woman by the window seat, coughing. As she took off her headphones to say something, an avalanche of sound overwhelmed her. Horrified, she ran into the toilet and shut the door and locked it. Hours and hours passed, and Karen stayed in the toilet. She wouldn't let anyone in. She wanted to be away from the germs. At some point, she felt the plane violently shake, as if the pilots were coughing. And then she felt a tickle in her throat. She wanted to cough herself, but she wasn't going to become one of those coughers. She covered her mouth and breathed through her nose, fighting the urge to cough. The flight attendant banged on the door. Ma'am? Ma'am? Return to your seat. We're landing. When the plane landed, the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, immediately boarded the plane. They quarantined it by sealing up all the crevices and all the cracks with special tape so the Asiran virus couldn't get out. By some miracle, all of the passengers survived, as they were able to cough out the pathogen that traveled through the air. All except Karen, who was found dead in the toilet of Flight 8392. Just remember this story the next time you're on a plane, or in fact, anywhere, and you hear someone cough.